Hey guys, this is Spartacus here and welcome to another video where in this video I am showing you guys what the best score streak is here in Call of Duty World War II. Now if we look at some of the higher score streaks in the game like the paratroopers and the ball gunner turret, those score streaks cost quite a bit, and like for the paratroopers for example, you see a lot of people use paratroopers in games mostly because they get them out of care packages, but when they call them in, typically most of the time paratroopers won't get you a lot of kills, which really sucks. And the paratroopers really aren't bad. They're basically like veteran bots put into a public multiplayer match, and you know, sometimes when I use paratroopers they can get me a lot of kills, but most of the time they just only get me maybe like 2 or 3 kills, which really sucks because people might actually shoot them out of the sky, and therefore they're pretty much useless if they just kill them out of the sky. But then of course we have the ball gunner turret, which pretty much if you call that in like every game, you're probably going to guarantee yourself maybe 5 or more kills because it is a pretty darn good score streak. But the problem with the ball gunner turret is that it costs so much to earn. It costs 1700 score in order to acquire this score streak in game, and that's why you don't see a lot of people use this score streak in a multiplayer match. It just simply costs way too much. 1700 score is equivalent to around 17 kills in team deathmatch, right? And so yeah, that's why you don't see a lot of people use the ball gunner turret. It costs way too much, even though it will probably guarantee you a lot of kills once you use it, but just simply it costs way too much to actually earn in a public multiplayer match, and that's why you don't see people use it. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys what the best score streak is in Call of Duty World War II, and that's going to be the fighter pilot. I honestly believe the fighter pilot is the best score streak in the game. Like literally every time I play a public multiplayer match I always make sure I have the fighter pilot equipped to my class, and the reason why I really like the fighter pilot is because I can guarantee myself at least 2 or more kills every time I use this score streak. Now sometimes when I use it I might not get any kills at all because I might be playing on a really bad map where there is a lot of indoor areas, so I'm not able to actually shoot at any enemies, or maybe sometimes I may only get 1 kill, but most of the time if I'm using this score streak on an open map, you know, there's not a lot of indoor areas, I could probably guarantee myself at least 2 or more kills every time I use it, and it only costs 625 score, which is pretty cheap if you ask me. Let's say you're someone who isn't actually that great at the game. Let's say you run the requisitions basic training, right? Because you want to actually earn your score streaks in game, so you run the requisitions basic training, which of course this basic training allows you to earn score streaks at least once every game because your score does not reset upon death, right? Now I highly recommend you don't run this basic training because you're only able to earn the score streak once every single game, plus you may not actually get any kills when using it, which of course can really suck. Also, the Ordnance basic training, let's say you're not a good player, I highly recommend running the Ordnance basic training because this basic training actually makes the score streak cost cheaper, and it reduces it down from 625 score to 500 score, which is pretty darn good in my opinion. All you gotta do is pretty much go on a bloodthirsty 5 kill streaks without dying, a gun streak I should say, and yeah, you'll earn it in like a team deathmatch game mode, or maybe you're playing an objective game mode, right? You earn some score for capturing a flag, you earn some score for picking up a tag and kill confirm, and then maybe you get a couple more kills, bam, you got yourself a fighter pilot, right? I mean, that's just it's just really easy. So if you're not a very good player, I highly recommend running the Ordnance basic training rather than the requisitions basic training, because that training only allows you to get the score streak one time, where with the Ordnance basic training it makes the score streak cost cheaper and you can earn it as many times as you would like depending how well you do in the multiplayer match. And also I would like to say that this score streak is very good on objective game modes. The reason why I really like this score streak on objective game modes is that you can play very offensively and defensively with this score streak. So for example, let's say you're playing domination on Ordnance Forest, because Ordnance Forest seems like it's always in the map rotation. I have so much gameplay of it here on my computer, but let's say the enemies are capturing the B flag up on that like hill area, right? You can use this score streak to shoot them off that B flag before they capture it, so that way your team can rush and go ahead and capture it once all the enemies are cleared out from your score streak. So very good for playing on domination game modes. Also, capture the flag is very good as well. Let's say the enemy player has captured your flag, they're running back to their base so they can actually officially capture it, and you call this score streak in, you can shoot them down and they'll die, and then your teammate might be able to pick up the flag and return it to your base, so that way you guys are playing the objective, and so that way you can hopefully win that match, right? Very useful and capture the flag. Also hardpoint as well, but keep in mind when you use this score streak on hardpoint, make sure the hardpoint location is somewhere out in the open where it's not inside a building, because let's say the enemies have the hard point inside a building, your score streak is going to be completely useless. You can't shoot inside a building because you're in an airplane, right? You can't like just shoot right through the building. It just does not work in the game. So if they're captured a hard point that's like out in the open, they're not inside a building, then call the score streak in, clear them out of the hard point, so that way your team can capture it and earn points for your team. Very, very good for objective game mode. So that's why this is the best score streak in Call of Duty World War II. You can use this score streak on objective game modes very, very tactically, and it can guarantee you can just basically guarantee yourself lots of kills with this score streak because it costs so less and you can earn it so many times in a single multiplayer match. And that's why I think this is the best score streak here in Call of Duty World War II. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating for whatever you guys feel this video deserves. And of course, comment down below, do you guys agree with me that the fighter pilot is the best score streak here in Call of Duty World War II, or maybe you guys think there's another score streak in the game that's better than this? And if you do think that, make sure you leave your thoughts down there below in the comment section, and of course like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more videos later in the future, and I shall catch you guys later.